welcome you tune into Buy Now Sell Now. I'm Ankita Saxena. With me is Kavita Thaplayal. In the next 1 hour, we'll take all your stock-specific questions and get them answered by our experts. The number is going to flash on your screens. You can keep sending in your stock-specific question, the buying price, the holding period, and your question, and we'll get them answered by our experts there. The number is flashing on your screen, so keep sending in your questions. But quickly, before we get started with the show, let's take stock of how the market is shaping up at this juncture. Nifty, very, very flat moves coming in. It's just down 2%. Largely, the market breadth looks tilted in the favor of declines. So that's how the market breadth is panning out. The texture of the market is on the weaker side today. But we will get started with the show. Kavita, we're joined now by Sahina Mukaddam, who's the independent analyst, and Ajit Mishra, SVP Research, Religare Broking, who's now joining us on the show.
Absolutely. Morning, both of you, and welcome to the show. And before we switch gears to our viewer-specific queries, just once again, this show is all about you. For our viewers, you can send across your questions. The number is flashing on the top of your screen. That's our WhatsApp number. Do send across your stock-specific queries, right, on the stock name, the price at which you've bought it, and the time frame you're looking at to hold the particular stock. We can give you a technical as well as fundamental view. That's a number 865-797-4571, where you can send across your questions. Back to our guest, and hi, welcome both of you. Good morning. And yes, the market is trying to go beyond 25,700. There is a slight recovery, but Ajit, technically, what are the important levels that you're looking at? And also, if I want to focus lightly on the broader market, mid cap and small cap, that is doing smarter than major indices. Any specific support out there?
Good morning, Kavita. Good morning, Ankita. So basically what we are seeing right now is more of consolidation after this recent decline, because after almost 6 days of a sharp correction from the record highs, we are seeing a bit of a consolidation. And yesterday it was the weekly expiry. Today we have Sensex expiry. So it seems like a kind of a breather that we are seeing in the market. But are we completely out of woods? The answer is no, because until we decisively reclaim 25,900, 26,000 levels in the Nifty, there will be a risk of further correction. It's just that the market is trying to hold this 25,600 mark, which coincides with the 100 EMA, that is the medium-term moving average. So it seems like this 300-point kind of a range is something that we are stuck in, 25,600, 25,900. The good part is that banking is showing strength amid all this, correction. So that gives us hope that there could be a possibility of a rebound. Plus the heavyweights, which were down and out completely, stocks like Reliance, HDFC Bank, ITC, they are also showing some sign of stability, but it's too early to say that we are set for a recovery. So amid all these mixed clues, the prudent approach is to maintain sell on rise until we decisively reclaim 26,000 mark in the Nifty, with 25,600 as the immediate support. But at the same time, stock-specific opportunities are there across sectors. Like Kavita, you've asked about mid-cap, small-cap. So yes, we are seeing a bit of a stability there too, but it's not a very decisive trend that we are seeing unfolding. It's just that after this recent slide in both broad indices, we are seeing kind of like a relief or a rebound. So again, one should not read much into this, especially for the small cap where the trend is still negative.
All right. So those are the levels to watch out for, and that is what we are looking at. But let's get started with the show and the questions that you have been sending to us. Let's take the first question that's coming in from Murli, who's writing in from Bangalore. He says that he's a regular viewer of ET Now. Thank you so much, Murli. His question is that he has Apollo Hospitals. He's bought it at a buying price of 7,550 rupees. He wants to know the outlook for the next 6 months, and he also has Power Grid at 352. What is the outlook for the next 6 to 12 months? Would you like to take this question on the technicals, Ajit? Since the time horizon is just for 6 months, Apollo Hospital and Power Grid?
Yeah, Ankita, so what we are seeing that after this phenomenal performance from the healthcare space, we are seeing marginal profit taking or a bit of a consolidation. The good part is that we are still holding the major averages on the long-term charts when it comes to the Apollo Hospital, and the 7,000 mark is currently acting as a very strong base. So since his view is 6 months, my recommendation is to stay put. In fact, a slightly deeper stop is something that I would recommend, considering that the higher highs, higher low structure will remain intact. So close to around 6750 is what we have as major support for Apollo Hospital. And outside of around 8,000, the record high area is going to be the first resistance, and then we are in the enchanted territory. So you can keep on drilling your stop losses the moment we cross 8,000 marks in Apollo Hospital. Power Grid, we are still seeing struggle. So while some of these energy counters, they have seen decent rebound of late, power grid is still struggling with the major averages. So until we decisively cross this 280 hurdle, the sideways negative tone might continue. So in the 6-month time horizon, I would recommend him to look for better, stocks like Coal India, or maybe you can consider Petronet also in this space for 3 to 6 months of kind of a time horizon.
All right, Coal India and Petronet in place of PFC. That's what is recommended. But then let's move on. We also have a caller online with us.
We had Ajit and China, both of them joining back. Let's take the next question that's coming in. This is Balakrishna Hegde who's writing in from Udupi. He says he's bought Wipro at a buying price of 323. He wants to know what should he do, and he's also bought Emphasis at a buying price of 3,230. What should he do with these two counters, Wipro and Emphasis? So for Wipro, he's already sitting at a loss of, both the IT counters. Ajit, let me come to you. I believe this is, he wants to know if he can hold it or he can sell it at this rate. For the next 6 months, what do you see? Do you see him recovering his losses or should he sell? Ajit, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah. So basically, what we are seeing that bit of a kind of a consolidation which is undergoing for most of these IT names, and within the large cap IT name, HCL Tech is leading from the front. So he can consider switching from Wipro to HCL Tech and hold for the next 6 months. And same hold true for Emphasis, though it's holding strong around the previous swing highs, but I believe that Persistent looks comparatively stronger. So he can consider switching to Persistent from Emphasis. So both these counters looks likely to outperform once we see the stability and in fact the fresh surge in the IT pack in next 3 to 6 months.
All right, that's the recommendation coming in from you, Ajit. But then, Ajit, I know you have a hard stop at 11:30. But before I let you go, there's our viewer Amar who wants a recommendation: defense stocks or fresh entry in BSE.
So defense stocks selectively, yes, you can still consider BEL because if you see that there was hardly any price-wise correction, the stock has been consolidating in a range, and so let's say with a 3 to 6 month kind of a time horizon, I'll not be surprised if we retest 460, 470 mark with strong base at 400. BSE definitely looks encouraging too. Means after this marginal consolidation, and again we are hearing about NSE IPO also, there's a fresh buzz. So on that basis also we expect this momentum to further extend, and above 3,000 mark, 3,400, something that the stock might test. So with stop at 2550, one can continue to look at BSE also for fresh longs.
All right, on that note, Ajit, thank you so much for taking the time out and joining us and answering all our stock questions. We'll let you go on that note, but we are joined by Rupak Dey, who's a senior technical analyst, LKP Securities, who's now joining us. Hi, good afternoon, Rupak, and thank you so much for joining us today. Well, with that, it's time for a quick break. We'll come back and get all your questions answered on the other side. Stay tuned.